What if I told you that modern medical science is only now confirming a statement written over 1,400 years ago? Before muscles ever take shape in the human body, bones come first. Pause for a second. Let that sink in. This wasn't discovered in a laboratory. It wasn't seen through microscopes or X-rays. It was written in the Quran, long before embryology even existed. Coincidence, or something far deeper? From the outside, human development inside the womb looks simple. But behind the scenes, it follows one of the most precise and delicate biological systems known to science. Today, doctors study embryology with ultrasounds, high-resolution imaging, and genetic analysis. Yet centuries before all of this, the Quran described the stages of human creation in a clear, ordered sequence. And one statement stops us in our tracks. In Surah Al-Mu'minun, verse 14, the Quran says, "Then we made the lump into bones, and we clothed the bones with flesh." Every word matters. Bones first, flesh later. So the question becomes unavoidable. Does modern science agree? Let's see what embryology actually shows. In the earliest stages of pregnancy, the embryo is nothing more than a cluster of simple, undifferentiated cells. No shape, no form, just potential. Slowly, those cells begin to organize. A special group, called mesenchymal cells, starts to gather and condense. This condensation forms a soft cartilaginous structure. Not muscle, not flesh. This is the early skeletal framework. Medical science calls this phase cartilage modeling. Only after this framework is established does the next miracle begin. Muscle cells develop and carefully attach themselves around the bones. In medical language, this sequence is known as osteogenesis first, followed by myogenesis. In simple words, the body builds the frame first, then wraps it with flesh. This exact sequence is taught in medical schools today. Now stop and really think about this. In the 7th century, when the Quran was revealed, there were no microscopes, no ultrasounds, no cellular biology. Human understanding of embryology was mostly guesswork. And yet, the Quran didn't speak vaguely. It didn't get the order wrong. It got it right. This is where the conversation becomes impossible to ignore. Yes, ancient civilizations had ideas about human development, but history shows many of those ideas were incorrect. Some believed the body formed all at once. Others thought flesh came first and bones hardened later. The Quran repeated none of those errors. Instead, it presented a sequence that science would only confirm centuries later. Science explains how bones form before muscles. The Quran simply states that they do. No technical terms, no scientific language, just truth placed exactly where it belongs. And this leads to a powerful realization. The Quran is not a science textbook. It doesn't explain laboratory processes. But when it speaks about the natural world, it does so with precision. For believers, this is a sign. For scientists, it is a fact that demands reflection. We are often told that faith and science are opposites, but moments like this tell a different story. Science discovers, the Quran declares. As scientific tools improve, the Quran does not change. Instead, human understanding catches up. Bones forming before flesh is not a belief. It is not a theory. It is a documented biological reality. And it aligns perfectly with a verse revealed over 14 centuries ago. So the final question is not whether science confirms this. It does. The real question is far more unsettling. How did this knowledge appear at a time when humans could not see inside the womb? And if science confirms what the Quran said centuries ago, what else is still waiting to be discovered? Like this video if it made you think. Subscribe to Ayat and Atoms for more science versus faith content. Comment below, coincidence or miracle?